Welcome to Duo Chats with Brittany and Cynthia, where we talk about drama shows from shows ranging from the 90s to today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brittany,
And I'm Cynthia.
and we have Jaycee with us.
Hey guys, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes.
So today we're talking about season 3, episode 9, titled Four to Tango. Air date December 1st, 1999. We're almost 2000.
And
The synopsis is
Dawson becomes suspicious of Pacey's behavior and his actions when he learns that Pacey has been spending time with Joey. As it turns out, Joey has asked Pacey to be her ballroom dance partner in exchange for her tutoring him in math. Meanwhile, Pacey begins to doubt about moving forward with his secret no-strings-attached relationship with Jen. Also, Andie urges Jack to meet a gay student from a nearby town who contacted him online after seeing Dawson's news story.
you said Dawson is suspicious of Pacey hanging out with Joey. Isn't that what he told Pacey to do?
When did he tell him to do that?
In the premiere of season 3. Remember, he said, watch over Joey.
Oh, I guess he did.
That's why Pacey's been hanging around Joey.
Well, I don't think he thought they'd get that close. But
Yeah, because that was a while back.
Love.
And, it was only because Joey was hurting, so that's why he wanted Pacey to look after her, and now she's better, so...
I know. Now they're friends.
Yeah, so now Dawson probably suspected that they just would not be hanging out that much anymore.
He's an idiot.
I think we agree on that.
And I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Were they actually doing the tango?
No.
Because I thought that at the end, the instructor lady was like, oh, if you guys come back, we have like a tango for, like a tango class.
Yeah.
And I was like, so they didn't do the tango. So why does it say four to tango?
I thought they were doing ballroom dancing. I don't know.
Yeah, they're doing the waltz, but
Then it should say four to waltz.
the title is playing off of two to tango, which means
I don't care.
You know
They were not.
It's still a type
tangoing.
of dance.
No, it's because they say it takes two to tango when it comes to sex.
Oh, well,
And the whole episode is about Dawson thinking that Pacey and Joey
dancing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they're playing on the tango.
Yeah, so it was more about the plot line than the dancing.
Whatever. Yeah, well, it starts out awkward, okay?
It does. That's for sure.
Jen and Pacey just making out in Dawson's bed. It's not just his bedroom. It's his bed. Gross.
We do know boys are kind of gross, so.
But seriously, in his bed.
What Dawson doesn't know won't hurt him.
And then...
Okay, so you would want somebody to...
I would not want it. No, I would not want it.
In your bed.
No, I wouldn't want it. But what he doesn't know doesn't hurt him.
Because you would say, wash the sheets.
Well, yeah.
Well, were they gonna?
No, they weren't.
If
they did. Yeah,
So that's just gross.
It is, but...
Again, they don't have an extra bedroom.
Well, what fun would that be? They snuck in Dawson's window.
Okay, but there should be... Isn't Gail sleeping in a spare room?
Well, they don't want to go walking through the house getting caught.
There's no one home.
Dawson's home.
He walks in from his dentist appointment. Okay, yeah, and then Pacey's all, he's at school. And then in walks Dawson.
Yeah, so luckily they didn't get too far when he walked in.
Well, luckily, because nothing was about to happen. They weren't feeling anything.
Or this would have been the second time Jen got caught in a bed that she shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
Jen.
And then, Jen gets out the window in time, but Pacey dives on the floor and acts like he's playing the Bandicoot video game.
That was hilarious. I like that Pacey got caught.
I don't even think the TV was even on.
No.
So I'm surprised Dawson didn't look and question that.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought was is the TV even on?
Yeah.
Because Dawson's an idiot.
But the only thing he did catch was that Pacey only had one shoe on.
Which is weird. Why would you take one shoe off to play a video game? Doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe one foot was cold. Did you ever play those games?
I played Super Nintendo games like
Because what was the
Mario,
game?
Bandicoot.
Yeah,
Crash Bandicoot.
I
Yeah.
love that game.
I've never
Too.
played it.
What?
I don't know what it is.
Isn't he like a fox or something?
Yeah, but there's different guys that or there's different characters that you can be.
Yeah. I don't remember them, but I just remember him. He's orange. Basically, you just like walk
He's orange.
like an orangish.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I can look him up. But like you just had to walk around and like collect things
Mm-hmm.
and like coins and like you could like break things with his fists and stuff.
Oh, okay. What game system was it on?
I think Nintendo. I don't know. I played
I
whenever.
think it went to PlayStation after Nintendo.
Okay.
Yeah, I just play the games that my nephews had, so I wasn't really. Okay, give me the real animal.
So this dude game.
Yeah, I forgot it's a real animal too. Yeah, like a dark orangish color.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Design.
See, that's on PlayStation.
The images. Anyways,
That's where I played
yeah,
it because,
the design looks really outdated, but it was fun. And then after the theme song, Andie and Jack are sitting at the table because Jack got letters in the mail from his news report, whatever, about him on the
He's
football
getting
team.
so much hate mail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand.
It was the 90s
Yeah.
when they had that.
Yeah, but today with the internet, well, I mean, they had the
It's
internet
probably
back
way
then,
worse,
but
yeah.
with social media today, he would have got so many things a lot quicker and a lot worse, probably.
Well, yeah, because he actually had opened the mail to
Yeah.
read it. Here, you just look on social media and it's everywhere.
It's in your face, yeah.
That's why it's actually worse now.
Yeah. Except for one letter that Andie finds about.
You gotta get closer to the mic.
Oh, I thought I was close enough. I'm sure it'll be okay. I can make it loud anyhow. Anyways, yeah, except one good letter that he got in the mail by a guy named Ben who said that he took a date to prom last year, another guy, and Andie says that Jack should write him back.
I thought it was nice he had somebody reach out that had a similar experience.
Mm-hmm. And then is this a new counselor or like
Okay,
a
that
sub?
was my
new.
well, yeah, but he said Mr. Milo gave me your file, and I was like, wait a minute.
So did he take over for him?
But then
At the end,
Pacey brings up he doesn't want to see Mr. Milo.
yeah, in the middle.
And I was like, wait a minute. Then who is this guy?
Right.
Because Mr. Milo was the guidance counselor. Now who's this guy?
I don't think he even said his name because I didn't write it down. I usually write names, but at least once.
But it was weird. Like, who is this guy?
I think he's maybe a sub for Mr. Milo.
You think they had those?
Unless they hired a second counselor.
Yeah, maybe like an intern kind of counselor where he's learning from Mr. Milo, maybe.
Yeah.
But why would he give the file of the bad kid Pacey to this guy?
So he knows what he's dealing with.
Always being so negative.
It's true. I mean,
When it comes
that's not negative.
When it comes to Pacey, you're always being so negative.
That wasn't a negative comment.
You're like negative Nancy over there.
That was not negative. What was negative about that?
Because you said, "Oh, he's got to see what he's dealing with."
He does got it. I mean, he wants to let him know what he's dealing with
No,
each student.
but I'm saying if Mr. Milo is experienced, why would he give the file to some younger person?
When you go to the doctor,
but
they still look at your chart.
But I'm saying if Mr. Milo couldn't even handle Pacey, why would he give the file to someone else?
So he can study up, prepare, get ready for Pacey so he knows how to help him. So he can see his past, you know?
That's why I think that he's a sub because someone had to tell Pacey that he's failing his math class and Mr. Malley couldn't do it, so he gave his file to that guy. Like maybe he's out sick or something.
Well, they should have said that.
I know, but I'm just trying to make...
It's been very quick to say...
Context clues.
Yeah.
It would have been very quick to say, Mr. Milo's out and he gave me your file.
Mm-hmm.
It would
Maybe
have been very simple.
maybe the writers were thinking of
No, they weren't thinking.
keeping the new
They
guy.
haven't been thinking for all this time in the show.
They're thinking enough. You like Pacey.
Yeah, I like him. That's it.
Well, yeah, they're doing something right then.
Well, I don't like Dawson, so what's that?
I
You've
don't
got
know.
nothing.
And then in the library, I believe it was, at the computers, Andie and Jack are.
Those are some old computer.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a computer like that? Like they
Oh,
do on this show? It looks
yeah.
really fake.
Old. Yeah.
Those kind?
I don't know what kind do you
Those-
mean.
Was it the translucent ones or
Yeah, but I mean, in the show, they do use those little laptop things that look really fake.
Oh,
a little what?
Nothing.
I know the translucent ones you're talking about. I've never really seen those in person.
Right. They were mainly Apple, I think.
Oh, that's why.
The Mac ones, I think.
Yep.
Isn't
They were
that
like
what?
Did
different
you used to
colors.
have one like that?
No, I just thought they were always cool.
I feel did you have a cool looking computer? I feel like you had a cool looking computer when we were kids.
I think I had like something similar to that shape, but it wasn't clear.
Okay, that's what it was. It was the same shape.
Yeah. Like rounded.
Yeah.
I'm about to just
Like a
push you
bubble.
closer.
Me and Brittany are sharing a mic today, and she keeps telling me I'm not close enough to it.
What?
I should be fine, Brittany. When we tested it earlier, I was fine.
No, you weren't. When we tested
Yeah.
it earlier, I
No,
told
and
you
then
to sit closer when you went,
And I took the popper off, and I was more clear, more
We
even.
could hear Cynthia when we listened to the recording.
Yeah, when we did the Thanksgiving little snippet. But anyways, Andie and Jack are on the computers, and Andie, she's the one that starts the video chat with
I mean,
Ben.
what are you doing? The fact that they're in the library.
How
I mean,
did
are they ever in class?
Ben get Jack's
Email?
yeah.
Well, I think Ben must have gave Jack his. That's why Andie was
Oh,
using the computer to talk to him.
that's how they
I
did
don't
it.
think he started the conversation. I thought Ben started the
Ben
conversation.
did start it, but Andie must have went on, looked up Ben.
Yeah, but how did he still get his email
You
to
said
send
Andie
back?
called him.
No, messaged.
Andie messaged him.
Yeah,
on it.
off of Jack's thing after Ben had already messaged.
Yeah, because she says she knows his password.
Yeah, but Ben reached out first.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So that
how
means
did Ben get
Ben would
his?
have known Jack's name and everything for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
otherwise,
right. How did he know it?
yeah.
I don't know.
See, again, the writers. I blame the writers. Well, it's not-
Oh, yeah, because they're both signed into his account on their computers. Or Jack was first, and he.
Oh,
but
Okay.
it still wouldn't make any sense that
Yeah.
Ben would know his.
Andie went on there and added him, maybe.
No, because Ben messaged Jack, and then that's when Andie moved to Jack's computer and started typing for him. That's what it was. But yeah, that doesn't make sense how Ben was able to message him in the first place.
Yeah, how he got a hold
Ben
of him.
started it. The
Mhm.
conversation.
Yeah, he's like, hello.
So all weird.
Because like even if it was like a public chat room, they would have to be close in distance to do that. You know?
Right, and then for him to, how would he even know Jack's last name? Unless it was in the
Well,
It was
article.
on the news.
Yeah, it was
probably.
on the
Okay.
news.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know his name.
Username.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
'Cause
Unless it was just Jack McPhee.
Right.
Yeah, but back then everybody used different names.
Yeah.
Screen names.
Or they use numbers and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So, and he wouldn't know all that from watching him on TV.
Yeah. And then Pacey finds Joey in the hallway to get her notes for math.
That was so adorable.
And then he's like, "What's a cosine?"
I don't even remember what that is.
What?
Math, the cosine?
We didn't learn about cosine in school.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, in
Oh.
algebra, wasn't it?
I learned nothing in algebra. What did you remember? I told you I didn't have the same teacher as you. I
Yes.
learned nothing. I had Mr. Google
Oh.
where I learned nothing.
He taught me well.
I think we used cosine in algebra too, and we had that together,
I
right?
didn't learn anything in algebra.
I didn't either in algebra too.
What?
Nothing. I was just looking at my notes.
No, the reason I learned nothing is because I was so far behind that I just gave up on math.
Oh.
Well, when you learn nothing freshman year, And then you jump to geometry, and it's like, I'm already lost. I'm just going to continue to be lost.
Geometry was horrible for me. I
Really?
did not do well. I had
You had Mr. Google, I'm sure.
yeah.
Yeah, he sucked.
But I did good in algebra, but I think it's because
You had Mr. Google.
No, well I did. I did good in algebra.
You had a different teacher.
No, I had him
Didn't?
for algebra.
We would have been in the same class.
The young teacher.
Mr. Google.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
For algebra?
Yeah.
I thought he only had one class.
I was in it.
I was in
And
it.
I was in it too. I had him 2 years in a row.
Jaycee.
I was in his class.
For Algebra 2 as well?
No, algebra 2 I had Mr.
Me too.
Oh, so you had him for geometry too.
I had for algebra and geometry.
Yeah, I got him for geometry, and I said F that. And
I didn't know he
agreed
taught
too.
both.
No, he did.
I did good in algebra, but I think it's because in 8th grade I had pre-algebra with what was the science teacher's name? I don't even remember.
Oh,
Yeah. I loved her too.
no, but Jaycee, we would have been in the same class.
We were. I was in his class.
How do I not remember you?
I don't know, but I was in his class.
Wait, did we go alphabetical?
I sat closer to the wall by the door.
I sat by right in front of him.
Yeah, we were on opposite sides of the room.
Jaycee!
I would always bring in Hannah Montana stuff to bother him. I would use
I
Hannah
think I
Montana
had
pens
it, too.
and Hannah
No, you
Montana.
didn't, because you
What
had
did I have?
you had
might have had
no,
them.
I don't know. I just remember
I did though.
sat next to me in the back row.
I had upperclassmen.
Mm-hmm.
Jaycee, quit acting like
That girl. What's her last name?
But
Yeah.
no, you had Mrs.
Oh, Algebra 1. I thought I was in geometry.
Yeah.
What's
her name, Jaycee?
Did it start with the H? I don't know.
Did I have her?
You did for algebra.
I don't. No, I didn't. I was in.
No, it was.
I thought it was hot.
Wait,
I had a crush on him.
no, say it again, but say Mr. Google, so we can keep this in.
I thought Mr. Google was hot.
What? Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't.
He was.
But how do I not know that you were in my class?
I don't know, but because you didn't like me then.
We were friends freshman year.
Yeah, we were.
It was sophomore year when you ditched.
It was not.
Yeah, it was.
Was it? I thought it was junior.
No, it's the beginning of sophomore year.
I thought it was beginning of junior year.
Nope, I remember.
Oh, look.
Because I didn't become friends with him until junior year.
Sophomore year, you ditched us.
Where did I go sophomore year?
No, I thought that was senior year. Sophomore year, you ditched us, but
No, it was
Wait, when did
junior year.
When did we have civics? Was that junior?
Junior year. That's when I started hanging out with.
Because
no, I'm still trying to figure out how Jaycee and I were in the same class.
We were.
because like when you
You had your own clique in that class. That's why. You had a clique. Don't deny it. You had a clique in the class.
I had one friend in the
Who,
class.
Ash was in there? Who was in there?
No, but so I was sitting, and I think this is how it went alphabetical, is because I was sitting next to her, and our last names are she's just one letter above me, or and then I had who sat right behind me.
Oh, yeah.
I think it went alphabetical.
No, because they're both. You were in between two Ks? That wouldn't be
I was
alphabetical.
next to her, and it went up and down the row.
I think we
Because
just sat where we
Little-
wanted.
No, because
She was kind of by me.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
She was in the same row as just at the very back, because it went alphabetical.
Near me.
It wasn't.
It wasn't
you.
alphabetical.
It was alphabetical.
Then why was I in the first row?
Because it's your last name,
didn't you always in the front row anyways?
Jaycee.
Even if
Kinda
it wasn't
just sat
alphabetical?
wherever my
Jaycee.
scooter was.
Jaycee,
Yeah.
your last name is a D,
Yeah.
so it would be
But it doesn't make sense why they put an M by a K.
because it went up and down the row like that. It was like down the row, and then would start with the
Yeah,
next.
so vertical, not horizontal.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why it went L, and then it went M.
I guess.
Because K, L.
So like if I was there, I would have
Wasn't
been
she
behind
in the class?
JC
Yeah.
in the first row.
No, she wasn't. We didn't have the same class, JC.
We did. I was in that class.
Okay.
Because you didn't talk to me in that class because you always talk to us.
She was right next to me.
But even for group stuff.
We didn't have any group stuff.
Anytime there was group stuff and she
There
was
was no-
around, I got left out the group.
There was no group.
But you did leave me out of groups when your other friends were around. You did.
When?
I don't know specifically because
Okay,
I'm a
exactly,
pot
'cause it-
smoker, but my memory isn't as good as it used
Because
to be.
it didn't happen.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. Even in middle school.
Hey, do you remember a certain teacher would walk in and talk about, she would just walk into Mr. Google's classroom
Yeah.
every day?
Yeah, because they were friends.
I know, but she was so annoying. It was like, get out of the room.
I just don't like her. I've never liked her.
Well, that's when she had the nerve to walk in and say, "Oh, someone smells."
Who was it?
I don't know who it was. I didn't pay attention to that side of the room. Jaycee, I do not remember your scooter being in algebra.
Because I always pulled in and parked by the door.
Well, we just can't check records of the school or something.
Please, I know.
But I'm pretty sure they don't keep that.
And my mom's I got my report cards.
Oh yeah, that
I
could
know,
be
that's
something.
the thing. What period were you?
He only had one algebra class and I was in it with you. I had...
No, and the reason why I know Kim was in the class is because talk to me.
Oh. See, when I think I do think it.
I was her only friend in the class. So that's why she had to talk to me. Oh, you're right. That's who I cheated off of.
Oh.
That's the only way I got past algebra with a D.
But yeah, I remember being in my class and all
Because he was
that.
behind me. Okay, Cynthia, are you seeing where it would go alphabetical?
Yeah.
Seeing who we've all sat by. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't remember who I sat by.
Well, it was clearly the beginning of the alphabet.
I sat by the wall.
Yeah, because didn't he have a small classroom that was kind of tight with?
Yeah, we were tight in there.
Because he had like some like big table or something.
What
Like,
class?
because he taught geometry, right?
Yeah.
Teach me. No, I remember though because it was behind me in the sub. Oh, we had that one sub. And she was like, the next person that talks, I am writing up and is going to get a detention when Mr. Google comes back. And it said like one little word or
To be funny.
he just said something and all of a sudden she goes, what's your name? And then she was like, oh my God. And then
People were mean to subs.
they were. I wouldn't want to be especially to our grade.
Hell no.
They were evil. Yeah, that paycheck wouldn't have been worth it.
No.
But it was just like weird because it's like the whole time you didn't write anyone up.
Right.
Until one person says it was just weird. Yeah, I don't know if he ever got actually written for it.
Hopefully not.
No, because they should have wrote JC up. Then I would have known she was in the class. Seriously,
you were too busy with what you didn't know.
I feel like it was like divided and I wasn't paying attention to anything he was saying because you see, I think that you probably might have been in the conversation of him and I just tuned out.
I was just quiet, probably in the class.
I was the one that was quiet.
I'm quiet.
I'm quiet.
We're both quiet.
No.
As we're sitting here yelling into the mic.
Because I'm right.
We're both right.
Yeah, because you said... No, because I still don't think we're in the same class. No, but who is your teacher?
For what one now?
Algebra 1.
I don't remember her name. I think it starts with H. That's all I got. I'd have to look at my yearbook.
See, she was my French teacher.
Yep, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so see,
Again,
you had a different teacher than Mr. Google.
I think I had him for geometry, though.
Probably.
You think or do you know?
I don't know. Everything's fuzzy from those years, so I really don't know. I just remember classrooms better than the teachers, like the teachers' names.
Because I remember I got out of Mr. Google's geometry because I was going to learn nothing.
Because didn't she have the X and the Y on her board? Like, it was printed on there or something? I don't know.
I don't remember that. Wait, you had...
For Algebra 2.
Did everybody have him?
I think so. Oh, I don't know then.
One says...
I had him in the morning, I think.
I just think it was different classes, but...
Didn't we have him in the morning?
I did not learn shit from him.
Because were we in the same class?
Yeah. Because I remember we went to the workshop to work on extra credit
We did.
I actually failed that class, but he added points, non-existent points to have me pass. So technically, I should have had to retake it, but I didn't.
Where was the special treatment for Brittany?
I didn't even do my homework ever.
Then how'd you pass?
I was out
Special
for surgery.
treatment.
I was out
Oh.
for surgery a lot that year.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Special treatment.
No, I did my work. I just most of the time didn't. I wrote the problems down, but I didn't do them. Cause he just glanced at it and was like, "Oh, Jaycee always does her work. Check."
How in the world did I not get special treatment?
But I did horrible in class.
Yeah, because it was like the end of the year. I had one more makeup quiz I could do or whatever to make my grade passing, but it didn't. I think I did pass the quiz, but it still wasn't enough points or something. I forgot.
Oh, I know how I did good. I got to do a lot of my exams at home, so I got to
okay.
use the books.
Oh,
cheater.
Hmm.
Do you guys remember when our grading system freaking changed?
I hated it.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Because
1, 2, 3, 4.
mhm.
before was an A. That was the
Ugh.
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It was so
And-
confusing.
And when what was it like? If you got a certain number, you could retake your test.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You had to like sign up to do it and do an assignment to do the test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had to do problems in order to redo it. And your teacher had to correct it, and it just made you not want to retake the test.
Yeah.
I wonder if they still do that because I feel like they wouldn't by
God, I
now.
hope not. Probably.
What grade did it change?
Junior year.
Junior year.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was chemistry. I was like,
Oh, chemistry was the worst.
yes.
I was always redoing tests.
She always wanted me to, but I was like, listen.
I constantly did, but I didn't do much better.
But I remember, like, I think she always wanted me to, but I was always like, listen, I'm going to fail just as much as I did for this one. So I might as well not.
My mom made me redo them. She's like, yeah, you're doing it. Yeah, she made me do it.
And then
I
I
didn't have a
remember you could
choice.
only have there was only a certain amount of time you could, like a time
Mhm.
frame.
Yep.
It was, they only gave you like, was it 2, 3 days? You only
And
had
then there was retakes of the retakes.
Yeah, I was always at the library after school doing those.
Yep.
Oh my god, I think I did a couple retakes. I don't think I did any better than the original test.
Yeah.
And then if you did worse, I think they would let you keep the first grade.
Yes, they
the higher
did.
grade, yeah.
Yes, they did. Yes, they had to figure out which one was better.
Yeah, so at least they did that for us, but it's still
Mhm.
complicated.
Because they said they went to this grading system because they thought it would help you.
Yeah.
Now I'm just confused the hell out of everybody.
Exactly.
Just give me an A, B, C, or D.
Yeah.
Because they didn't give out Fs.
No.
And E for us was a failing grade.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, just give me A through E. Come on
Mhm.
now. Because I like the percentage of the A's, the B's.
Yes.
Because if you knew you got an 89, it was a B plus.
Right.
Like we were so
We
used.
grew up understanding that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to change the grading system, start in elementary
Yeah.
and screw them up, and don't screw us
Like-
up.
Like saying can't teach an old dog new tricks.
We were the old ones.
Yeah.
I hated that though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember though, it was messed up.
My brother got lucky. He graduated the year before.
But did you guys ever know that the UK's grading system, their percentage are different than ours?
Really?
Like,
Was it better?
yeah, because 70 through 100 is an A.
Oh, wow.
And then, so the last one is 40 to 49% was a D.
So they only get A's and D's.
What?
No, that was just what it's showing me. There's 2 more rows here. Yeah, they got Fs too. And that was
We
0.
didn't get F's though.
Yeah, that was 0 to 29.
That's what's kind of funny is like when you watch any TV show, they're like,
F.
"What did you get an F?" And it's like, we never got F's. It was always
No.
E's. E's were the F's.
Yeah.
I always said E was for excellent.
Yeah. E.
I'm like, we never, like when you got a D, it was scary. But it was like, oh, you're close to the E. Oh, that was a thing. I only redid it goes to the test if I got an E.
Really?
Which was considered like, didn't they give out zeros?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was only like if I got a 1, which was a D technically, I didn't retake it.
Oh, there was zeros.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was when the 0 came out, I went, "Oh god, I gotta retake this." I only wanted to get a little higher so I could get that 1 because I knew it was technically a D. Because then, wasn't it on our actual, um, when we what was it? Skyward or whatever? When we checked that, you
What?
probably never checked your grades online,
No.
but when we logged in to check our grades, I think it was still A, B, C, D.
I didn't know you could log on and check.
What?
No.
They gave parent access and student access. And so I always had to check because my mom was always checking my grade.
I don't remember ever doing that.
Yeah,
I
and
remember logging into something. I just remember what it was called.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what if it was Skyward or not, but it was something like that. And everyone got a login, and I think that that system was still in place, even though we had the 1 through 4 or 0 through 4. Don't you think? Or did
Yeah.
you never log in?
No, I think I did, just not often.
You know what I didn't like was when they switched to that because like in middle school, how I got through some classes like science
Yeah.
for that. I only passed because I turned in a whole bunch of Kleenex
Oh, for
boxes.
extra credit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, because I would remember I was like getting like a D plus or something, and it was like, oh, if you turn in 4 boxes, it was like, well, here's your 4
That's so
boxes.
crazy
And then
that you can
and
get
then I would end
boost
up
your
with
grade like that.
and then I would end up with a C, and it was like, well,
Because I
that's
brought in
passing.
some tissues.
Yep.
Do you remember our extra credit in social studies? Our igloo?
Oh my god, we did make an igloo.
Yes, we
I
did.
forgot about that.
We weren't in the same class. It was 6th
Yep.
grade. We weren't in the same class, but we
Nope.
didn't have to be. We just had to partner with somebody, and we had to make an
Yep.
igloo. I have no
We
idea
got
why.
sugar cubes,
Because
didn't we?
yep, and it was for what was it for? It was for social studies, but
I
why?
don't know. I just remember the sugar cubes now.
Yeah, we had to build it.
Was it like in a shoebox?
It was out of cardboard. Like we had the
Yeah.
cardboard or whatever, and then we had to build. It was for
Oh.
extra credit.
Oh, I thought maybe it was like different terrains or something. Like
Oh, maybe.
But I just remember like building the igloo and
Yeah.
having by Jaycee and Brittany.
Yeah.
And we had to put our hour. So you put, I think, 3rd hour. I put 7th hour.
Yeah.
And I remember that.
Oh my god,
But
that's
I
crazy.
really, Jaycee, I have no idea why we did the extra credit.
I don't know.
We didn't do a damn thing in the class to need extra credit.
We probably just wanted to do
I
it.
think you wanted to do it.
I
You were
probably
like,
did.
Brittany, I need a partner. And I was like, oh, God. Like,
I just wanted to make an igloo.
yes. I'm like, I don't need the extra credit. We didn't do anything in that class.
No.
Okay, then that teacher went on to be our reading teacher for
Mhm.
7th grade.
so, yeah. So the next scene we
Well, no,
see.
it's still the same scene where
I probably had to add. That's why it was a new scene for me.
well, yeah, because then Pacey wanted, so after he read what's a cosine, then he wanted her to,
Be his tutor.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he was failing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then that's when she has him be her partner for a dancing competition that's supposed to have a scholarship for the winner.
So it was funny when he was like, he goes, you're gonna have to explain why I'm here. Like, why didn't you have, Dawson or Jack for that matter?
Right.
And then she was like, because they're not gonna owe me like you will. I was like, ooh,
Mhm.
Joey.
Mm-hmm. And then didn't Pacey like step on Joey's toes so she stands on top of his?
Yeah, but then she said not too close. I'm like, why would you? Okay, if you don't want to be that close to him, why are you dancing?
Right. You
Taking
gotta
a
be close.
You're taking a dance class. What did you think it was gonna be?
Right.
Where you're like high-fiving each other from the other side of the room? No, that's not dancing, Joey. So I have a question.
Yeah.
Did anybody catch what Pacey though said? He said, or for Jack for that matter. Like, was
Yeah.
he indicating that because Jack is gay that he'd be a good dancer?
No, just because he would have helped her.
But he said
she acts.
Dawson or Jack. Or I don't know. It was just how he said
I think
it.
he just meant like anyone but him.
I don't know. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I take it like that. Because, like, she knows that Jack would have helped her, no problem, you know, if she asked him. Yeah, I should be fine with the volume. But, and then Dawson finds a condom in his room on the floor or from under the bed or whatever.
Of course, his mind goes right to Joey.
Mm-hmm.
He's so annoying. Well, no. His first thing was he then asked Jen. He said, he brings up if there's any like new teachers.
Yeah.
As
Oh
in,
my god.
Pacey likes hooking up with teachers. I'm like, he hooked up with one.
Yeah, but he's never gonna live it down.
Yeah, from you or Dawson.
He was. I mean, she was old. Come on. She wasn't even cute.
You're the one that said it.
It's true.
But Pacey did say something. It wasn't about Jack. Because the next day, Joey gave Pacey math problems for him to work on, and then Pacey's brings up the dancing again, and he said that he doesn't want anyone to know he's dancing with her, and
Because it's not cool for guys.
yeah, exactly. So he called it as a he calls dancing as a non-butch activity.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So he wasn't talking about Jack before, but he was straight out obvious with that comment. So I didn't like that.
Well, what I find funny is when Dawson walks up because those two were talking, um, and then Dawson's like, "Oh, what are you guys talking about?" Because Dawson's like, "I'm on YouTube,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, nothing." And I thought it was funny because Pacey turned to him and was like, "Oh, how's your what did he say? Like, how's your painting?"
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
he was like, it was the Pacey J Memorial, whatever, needs it. And I was like, wait, or wing or whatever. And I was like, okay, so clearly you're keeping it at that name, Pacey.
Yeah.
And also, what's his Pacey J Witter? Is it John
Could be.
Probably
from his dad?
Yeah.
Well, what the heck's Doug's? Isn't Doug the favorite?
I don't know.
Maybe they got the same middle name.
Or maybe after his dad, their grandfather. Maybe.
It was just funny. I'm like, okay, we're going back to you acting like you got your own wing at the Potter B&B.
Yeah, and that's when Dawson tries to talk to Pacey, but Pacey says he can't talk because he doesn't want to be late for class and have more markups for Mr. Milo.
Okay, did you like the scene where Dawson or Pacey and Joey are in it looks like this, what wasn't the science, I don't know what the heck, it must have been the algebra room.
I said science lab.
Yeah, and they were working on or she was tutoring him.
Yeah.
He brings up how he gets
Oh, sex every time he's doing homework, schoolwork.
His reward.
I was like, is he hitting on Joey?
No, I think he was.
says, I'm not hitting on your toots. I'm like,
Then why else
No.
is he talking about it?
no, toots. What high school boy says toots?
Pacey does like him old.
He probably got it from one of Dawson's old movies.
But I'm like, okay, we're talking about high school boys. They don't say toots. That would be like an old man thing.
Yeah.
Like
Typically.
our grandpas
Typically.
would say toots, not a high school boy.
Pacey likes him old. He hangs around old people, so he picks up the lingo.
Oh my god. Dawson's the one that acts old.
He does.
Always trying to boss people around.
And then back at the computer is Andie.
Yeah, can we just finish the storyline between the two of them?
And Jax too.
That's Andie and Jack's storyline. I mean, it was barely a storyline.
Yeah, so Andie, tries to see if Jack has been getting information about Ben. He has. He lists some things, and that the prom guy was just as a statement that they did for the prom last year, and then they get a photo of Ben to see what he looks like, and Jack likes him. He looks nice, and
So did you like when Andie was pressuring Jack to go out with him?
no, I think because they were like only talking for like what, a day?
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, so I feel like they should have at least messaged longer than
And just
that.
because it's another gay guy doesn't
Doesn't mean he has to date him.
Yeah.
Right, doesn't mean they're going to be compatible. I mean, if people did that with straight people, I mean, come on. I don't know. It's just stupid. Like, oh, here's another straight person. Well, you two should get together. No, just because they're both straight doesn't mean they are gonna get along. Like, come on now.
Right.
It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's Andie's way of thinking.
Well, back then, I think a lot of people did think that way.
But do you like her pressuring him? Like,
No.
he doesn't seem ready.
No, not at all.
And then she just keeps going. Like, and then even at home, she's like, that's what you're going to wear? It's like,
He doesn't even want to go.
you made him go. And then when he shows up, he then
Leaves. Yeah. Stands the guy up.
And then Andie was waiting at Graham's house when Jack walked in. It's weird because she said, "How's the date?" When wouldn't he still be on the date?
Right.
He left the date.
Unless he stayed out a while.
Yeah, I mean, did he go to dinner by himself or did he go get coffee by himself or something?
He might have.
He might have just walked around town.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know. There wasn't really much happening with that storyline.
No.
Well, he said that he only didn't walk in because he saw a straight couple and he said he wanted to be like them and not him. So he's still trying to come to terms with his sexuality, and that's part of the reason why he didn't want to walk through the door, because if he did, then that would mean that he is accepting it.
Yeah, well, he is gay. So
I mean, he did come out as gay, so you would think he would accept it by now, but I can understand that, he's going to be looked at differently by society once he actually is out
well, he is
with another man. No, like
Well,
out in public with a
Yeah.
man.
Like people see it, yeah.
Right. It's one thing to say it and then to do it, I think would be way different.
Well, and even though the town knows, you can still try to deny it.
Right.
But actually being with somebody,
Yeah, when you're seen with that person. Yeah, I can understand. It would be difficult.
well, especially to let yourself feel those feelings.
Right,
Then
because
it's
he
like,
hasn't
crap.
yet.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know what kind of criticism he's going to face after that.
Well, I mean, look at his dad. His dad is so
Mhm.
mean to him. It's like, and that's his dad. So that's the person that's supposed to love him.
But then again, maybe if he does put himself out there, maybe he will be happier.
Well, that's the thing is, I don't think Jack is really happy
He's not.
because he's not being his true self. And so maybe if he actually lets himself.
I do appreciate that Andie is encouraging and accepting.
But
He
she
does
should-
need that, but she's overboard.
Yeah, she should let him. I mean, you could tell he didn't want to message the guy.
Right. He was
So she should have
uncomfortable.
waited. She shouldn't have been like, as soon as the guy messaged, she was like, "Oh, you got to respond right now."
Making
No,
him
you
sound
don't.
desperate, too.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, again, like you said, the only gay guy in town, and yeah, Jack needs to date him. No,
No.
he should get to maybe be friends with him
Right.
and see what the guy's about, but not actually sit there and like go on a date with him. And that was just too soon.
Exactly.
I wouldn't even encourage that if he was straight.
No.
That's just too soon.
Yeah, she had good intentions as a sister, but she didn't really think about what he's feeling about it.
She doesn't ever think of what he's feeling.
Yeah, she is kind of
Remember when it
selfish.
came out and he was going through all of that? She was only worried about herself. And even
Yeah.
Pacey was like, this is about your brother. Like, it's happening to him, not you.
Yes.
Like, and that's what I appreciated. And she's always into her own little world. And
I haven't been liking her as much lately.
no, she's turning into
Ever
Dawson.
since she cheated on Pacey.
Oh, there's something you
Well, I
are
don't
going to
like...
support for Pacey.
And well, it's not for Pacey,
Oh
but
my.
in a way.
She can't just say it.
In a way.
And then Jen comes waltzing in the video store looking for Pacey.
Yeah, I thought Pacey was working today. No.
You could see in the background, I noticed, at the video store, they had a shelf, and it said Pacey something or other. They must have, it looks like they have a shelf with, like, all their employees' names and their movie choices. It's just something I noticed.
I didn't notice. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then, so did Jen just expect to go to the video store and hook up with him there?
Well, I know he was on the clock. Even like if he was
Right.
at work, you can't just punch
Somebody's
out.
got to keep an eye on the store.
Yeah.
Someone's got to stay to closing.
So Jen ends up helping Dawson put up posters in the window, and that's when they see Joey and Pacey walking together.
And again, they're just walking and talking. So cute.
I thought it was a little much that they hung a noose in the window.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah, I
I
didn't
was
like
like,
that.
what are they doing?
Yeah.
Like, Because it's not even like Halloween, like horror theme movies we put
Yeah.
out. So what was that even about? If it wasn't for Halloween.
I think it was something to do with some movie because it's a movie
But I was like,
store.
oh my gosh. Are they
Yeah.
really putting a news up?
No.
Anyway.
Don't think they would do that now. At least I hope
No,
they
no,
wouldn't.
No.
So then Jen and Dawson follow them, and it ends up being a dance class.
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, okay, about the whole Pacey, not, the fact that he needs to actually, when he's at work, he needs to be working.
Right.
Jen is like, Dawson, don't you have we'll be back soon or something?
Yeah.
I was
1
like,
minute, yeah, be back in 5
Jen,
minutes.
what the
Bad
heck?
influence, yeah.
No.
I mean, she could have just followed them herself. Dawson wouldn't have to
Right.
leave work.
Why did she bring Dawson
Well,
along?
if Dawson didn't go, then they couldn't go and dance together
No, you mean
in 4 to Tango.
No, you mean if she didn't drag Dawson along, then Dawson and Pacey couldn't dance
True.
together.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay, yeah, so we go to the ballroom dance. Did you like the instructor?
Nah,
Okay, did you believe what she was saying? That she went to Dawson and Jen were dancing, and she goes, "Oh, you two dated, right?" And Jen's like, "Not right now." And she was like, "Because you trust each other and because you guys are dancing so comfortably, blah blah." And I'm like, but then
nah.
then she turns to Pacey and Joey, and she was like, "Oh, I'm like these two."
I don't know. I didn't like her.
I didn't think it was that deep.
No.
Just because they were dancing badly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, so then they keep switching partners, talking to each other.
Well, it was funny when she's like, "Okay, we're gonna start something new. We're gonna, you're gonna dance with a different partner." And
Yeah.
it was Jen and Joey, and then it was Dawson and Pacey.
Of course. Why didn't she pair the girls?
She did.
Oh, yeah, but why didn't she do it to other people?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have loved to just be a fly on the wall because it was funny. Like, could you imagine like rehearsal?
Oh, gosh.
That's what I mean.
That would be fun to see.
Cynthia, what do you think?
Yeah.
Rehearsal for that.
Yeah, it would have been funny to see.
Okay, yeah, and then that's where Dawson was like, "I found a condom," and basically, you and Joey, and he's like, "Well," and
He's
then
always got to jump to the conclusion he thinks is the worst.
okay, but then Pacey calls Joey freaking goddess.
Yeah.
What?
I don't see it, but
Jeez. No, but my thing is, if you're trying to make Dawson not believe there's anything going on, you don't call her a freaking goddess.
he probably did it to make him wonder even more.
And also, too, Pacey's showing his real colors by saying that.
Yeah.
But that's what he's thinking. And how is it Dumbo Dawson did not figure out that right away? Like, why didn't he question, why are you calling her that?
Yeah, I thought it was a little odd.
Like, what the heck? Why didn't you just say her name's Joey? I mean, why did you
Right.
say a freaking goddess? It made no sense to me.
Maybe Dawson.
Like, why didn't he put it together?
Maybe Dawson was just too concerned on who Joey may like, even if it is Pacey. Like, he wasn't thinking that Pacey
Yeah.
likes her. He was thinking that she likes him.
Yeah, he probably thinks Pacey couldn't like her
But why?
because it's Pacey. He likes old
Oh
women.
my god.
But Pacey did tell
Ugh.
Dawson that he did like Joey in season 1.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
true.
why didn't he piece it all together? And then in the beginning of season 3, he was like, that little cute hair flip thing she does? Like, he's not
yeah.
he's not piecing it all together. He's just dumb.
Maybe because he figured if Pacey did develop feelings again, he would tell Dawson instead of giving him little clues like that.
Okay. Well, the fact that Dawson reacted the way he did in season 1 definitely would not make me want to tell Dawson again.
No.
He probably would just get more upset. Like in season 1, he didn't, Dawson wasn't dating Joey, but now he had dated her twice. So now it's his true ex-girlfriend, where before it was just his friend. So now it's a little deeper. It's his ex now.
Yeah.
Before it was just a friend.
Ex couple times over.
And then Dawson's just still, focused on the condom that Pacey just gives up and walks away.
Well, no, because he walked away because Pacey said, "Oh, what? You thought that because Pacey said the next guy that comes around isn't gonna be your best friend." And I was like, "Oh, that's a nod."
Yep.
And also he said, he was like, "Oh, you didn't think that she would take a what was it, like a circle or something around to me or something?" And that was the whole thing was he was didn't think that Joey would like Pacey. And so that's where Pacey was like, "I can't win with you. Like,
Yeah.
you just don't like me," or, it was kind of like, he just doesn't think anything good of Pacey.
Yeah, he thinks
Why Joey
so
would.
low of Pacey.
Exactly, like his birthday.
Yeah.
Like, you're the low life, you're supposed to be below me.
I don't like that.
And the fact that, oh, Joey would like you, like,
how could she like him?
so then of course Pacey reacted to that because it's like he can't win.
No.
So he walked away all mad.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
Okay, but I did think it was cute when Dawson and Joey were dancing and Pacey and Jen were dancing, and then Jen's like, "I'm off the hook. He's not after me."
Yeah.
And then Pacey's like then he realizes, oh crap, it's Joey that he thinks. So then he grabs her arm. I need to talk to you. I was like, oh, so cute.
You always think everything Pacey does is so cute.
No, I
Yes.
think this Pacey and Joey.
No, anytime Pacey does something, you're like, oh, it's just so cute. Am I wrong?
No.
Am I wrong?
No.
It's okay. He's
I
your
didn't like
favorite.
the kissing at the beginning.
Why? Because it was Jen?
Yes.
If it was Joey, you would have been okay with it.
I would have been all over it. Yes. I would have had to watch it a whole bunch of times.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but then Jen is the one that runs after Pacey.
Yeah.
And, because I think she's still trying to get something.
She is.
She's the one that's obsessed over this whole friends with benefits.
Yeah, I know. She's the one all about it.
You would think that Pacey, because he's the guy,
Yeah.
that he would be all over it. But instead, it's Jen.
He did start it, though.
He started it.
Yeah.
But Jen is the one that's all over it. And so then Jen was like, so then, they start making out. And then, of course, that's when Dawson and Joey walk in.
Of course.
Well, because then Dawson's like, well, he's sleeping with somebody.
Nah.
Joey. And then they walk in the coat closet, and they find them making out. And then Joey overreacts. Well, Joey overreacts.
I think it's dumb that Joey got so upset.
But she likes Pacey.
She does.
This is where you start to realize Joey likes Pacey.
She likes everybody.
And then I thought it was, what was funny though? Was Joey is going on and she's overreacting. And then you have Dawson who's just laughing.
Joey goes on and on and on about why it's so wrong and they shouldn't be doing that.
But it was just so funny because Joey's over there upset and Dawson just starts laughing because he's just so happy that it's not Joey.
That he's oblivious to the fact that Joey likes Pacey.
Yes, he's forgetting the whole thing of why would Joey be overreacting?
Exactly.
And why would Pacey call her a goddess?
But Pacey's still making out with Jen.
His ex. I'm surprised they didn't get a little mad about that. That Jen's his ex.
About Jen. He only cares about Joey, which is why when Dawson and Joey leave, then Jen is like, because Pacey then says, yeah, she overreacted because she knows about us. And then she's like, why didn't you go to Dawson?
Right.
And
friend.
Well, then she said, what? Because your new Friday girl used to be his. And he was like, and he goes, he didn't know about us until
he walked in.
Like 10 seconds ago.
Yeah. Right.
And then she was like, no, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Joey. And it's like, she goes, I saw the way you overreacted to Dawson. Yeah. And I saw the way she overreacted to us. And it was like, exactly. Jen is the one that figured all of this out.
Because her emotions aren't involved like everybody else.
Yeah. Right there.
I was just like, we got the smart one because Dawson is not so smart.
Yeah, you're right.
But then it was funny because she goes, I know you're failing at math, Pacey, but it doesn't take,
Ah,
it doesn't take Einstein or whatever to figure out
Yeah, somebody.
how to add that, the adding up of this. And I was like, yep. But I was happy nothing happened between Jen and Pacey because I do think it would have messed everything up.
I don't think it could have ever even happened because they just are not into each other.
Yeah, they're not compatible because
No.
they're kind of the same person.
Yeah, they're too much alike.
Yep. And that's why opposites attract, and that's why she would go after Dawson.
Yeah.
And that's why he would go after Joey because they're yeah. Yep. Well, and they even said, remember when they were making their deal of like, why haven't we?
Yeah.
Because they're too similar and they also don't need each other. So it makes sense.
Absolutely.
Did you like when Dawson was talking to Joey outside? And again, she's overreacting and he doesn't get it. Because he's just like,
Dawson's just always in his own world that he
Because-
doesn't see things as they are.
because wouldn't you say, if you were Dawson, wouldn't you say, why do you care?
I would wonder.
I think he's just focused and thinking that she's only judging them on their actions and not,
But why would she care?
I don't know,
She shouldn't.
maybe because he just knows that she's the opposite of that. So
Again, it's like Dawson said, whatever they want to do is up to them. And at that point, that's when he should have opened his mouth and said, why do you care? Like, if I don't care, why do you... Like,
He obviously wasn't thinking that.
no, because Dawson's bubble is only so small.
Yeah.
It only fits him.
Yeah.
That's it. But I am so happy that the Jen and Pacey hooking up storyline is over with. Aren't you guys?
Why?
Because I didn't care for it.
I didn't mind it. It was interesting to see.
No,
Because they just didn't. They didn't
Didn't
mesh,
fit,
and it
but-
was funny.
No, because I like Jen with Henry. But
but she doesn't like him. She
I
sees him
don't
as,
care what she doesn't.
She
sees-
does not.
yeah, she
at
sees him
all.
as like too young for her, even though they're not that much of an age difference between them.
And
And
plus, he
then-
needs to be with Joey. So you were waiting for me to say it.
And then Joey forgets her coat at the Hollow River.
Oh yeah.
So she goes back and she sees Pacey sitting by himself at a table.
Yeah, and then she said, I'm sorry you overreacted. And he goes, yeah, you did, didn't you? With, of course, he's smirking.
Because he knows why she overreacted.
Yeah, well, he also overreacted to Dawson.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know what? That was the thing. They both haven't figured out that they like each other.
Yeah.
I don't know do you think it's because they know, but they're just like, trying to push it away?
Probably.
Like, it's just because they're spending time together. Like, maybe, like, it'll change. We won't like each other soon.
I think, yeah, they're trying to repress the feelings.
Yeah, like, this isn't happening. What do you think, Cynthia?
Yeah, I think so too.
Because it was cute. And then when she grabbed his hand and then they walked out, but then they stopped because the instructor was like, where are you guys going? There's another class. And then that's where she tells Joey that the scholarship, yeah.
Isn't a
Happening.
scholarship.
Yeah, so she gives them 6 months worth of dance lessons.
Like, what? And she's like, what am I going to do with that?
Yeah,
It's
Pacey,
not what I
well,
want.
it's funny because she was like starting to leave, and Pacey's like, hey, now, like, no. And it's like, you didn't want to dance to begin with, remember?
Exactly.
It wasn't a male thing to do.
Joey says that he wasn't that good of a dancer. They shouldn't take up the classes.
Yeah.
She's the one that wouldn't let him get near her.
Mhm.
And he even told the instructor that.
Because she was afraid to get close to him because she likes him.
Exactly. So see, the instructor did know a little something.
Uh-huh.
So that's the episode, isn't it?
Yep.
So what'd you guys think of it?
It was okay.
It wasn't spectacular, but I enjoyed it.
I liked the dancing part.
Mm-hmm.
That's my high, was them, the four of them, and then like Dawson and Pacey having a dance together.
My high was, are we doing highs and lows?
Yeah.
My high was Pacey getting caught in Dawson's room because I just thought it was funny.
Me too.
What?
Yeah.
Not four of them dancing?
No, that was more funny to me because the way he dove on the floor like that.
Yeah.
Oh my good.
I'm pretty sure that TV was not on.
No,
wasn't, no.
there ain't no way.
And then my low was honestly Jack and Andie's storyline because
Yeah.
I was too invested with the other four.
My low would be Joey's reaction to Pacey and Jen.
It just means she likes him.
I think she got too upset
She likes
with
him.
something that doesn't involve her.
She doesn't want him to kiss anyone else.
But it doesn't involve her.
Yeah. It does because she likes him.
It doesn't though.
Yeah, I agree because it did seem like she was judging them too. Still,
Yes.
But she likes them.
yeah, but it was
Well,
just
yeah.
she's not seeing.
Stacey, you would overreact if it was somebody you like.
I would,
Okay.
but I still don't agree with it.
Yeah, like, she wasn't seeing Pacey, so there was no need to overreact
Exactly.
like that too.
Blah blah blah.
And then rating,
I would rate this an 8.
I gave it a 7.
yeah, 7.
Ooh, I finally outdid you, Cynthia.
And then best and worst.
My best character, I can't talk. Character was Pacey.
What?
Yeah, I enjoyed Pacey.
You don't like Pacey.
I liked him in this episode doing his dancing and stuff with Joey.
You don't like them together.
But I liked him in this episode.
You don't like Joey.
No, I don't. My worst character was Joey.
What did I say? Why?
For obvious, just the way she was reacting. I just didn't like it.
And then my best was Pacey, just because he was, because like, when they were caught in the coat closet,
Yeah.
Joey was like, Pacey, this isn't you, and Jen, you're probably trying to prove something. Like she was going after her reputation from her New York past, and
Oh, yeah.
Pacey stuck up for Jen at that moment. And then the worst is Dawson, just because he was trying to get in Pacey's business and, pushing him to tell him. I mean, he didn't deserve to know why he was in his room, but besides that,
Right.
he kept pushing, about what was really going on. So,
Yeah.
But you picked Dawson for the worst?
Nosy.
yeah. What's yours, Brittany?
Okay. So for my best, I picked Joey.
What? What?
You thought she said Pacey?
Yeah.
I picked Joey.
I gotta hear this.
Well, I liked that she was helping Pacey with his math.
And that's it?
She did it before with the biology.
Exactly. She is good at helping him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. He was so off topic. I think it'd be hard to tutor him.
It would be.
Okay. then.
Especially when he wants his reward to be sex.
Yeah.
And she ain't gonna do that.
Nope.
So, and he was only doing the dancing because it was his payback
True.
for her helping him.
I still enjoyed it.
No, I enjoyed it. I'm just saying that.
It makes sense. I can understand your reasoning.
Yeah.
Who's your worst?
Andie!
Okay, yeah.
That girl was too overboard when it came to
Pushy.
Jack. Yes.
Very pushy.
She's a pushy little girl. I don't like it. I feel like they don't know what to do with Andie anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
She's now with Pacey, so let's just have her do all these different
right.
little scenes that don't make any sense. Like I said, their storyline really wasn't needed because nothing really happened. Aren't you guys happy that I didn't say Pacey was the best? And
I was
Dawson,
shocked you
and then
didn't say
Dawson
Pacey.
wasn't the worst. I mean, he annoyed me, but he wasn't the worst because
Yeah.
he did try to calm Joey down of like, it's their business.
Yeah.
So that's why he wasn't my worst.
I'm shocked.
Because Andie annoyed me.
Andie was way too much this episode.
Yeah, I couldn't take it.
And then like with the pictures too about Ben, she's like, make sure he isn't wearing this or that,
Yeah.
And like a casual picture and just like I'm like, what?
Whatever he wants to send, Andie.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's not your boyfriend.
Yeah, like you can't like tell someone exactly what kind of picture you want.
Have you met Andie? She
I don't think I wanna. She'd tell me what I can and can't wear.
Or do.
Yeah.
Don't you wonder how Pacey survived?
Poor guy.
See, aren't you glad they're not together?
They were cute together, but she did him wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So the next episode,
Yeah, what is it?
episode 10, First Encounters of the Close Kind, and it's going to be the last episode of 99.
Ooh.
Yay! Isn't that when the world was supposed to end?
Oh, it's always supposed to end. It was supposed to end recently, too.
2020.
12.
Yeah, 2012.
No, just recently they were supposed to be the rapture.
In 2023?
Yeah. People were talking about it at work a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh.
I never heard of that.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It happens every year. It seems.
Well, it seemed like the world was going to end when COVID happened.
Yeah, 2020. And it was a weird year to end, or it was 2020.
One of these years.
Oh my God.
Yeah, hopefully not when we're around still.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thanks for listening.
Yep, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Duo Chat. If you want to chime in with your opinion about the episode and the show we discussed, you can email us at duochatpodcast@gmail.com. And to keep up with updates about the podcast, you can follow us at Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Duo Chat Podcast. And give us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. We would really appreciate it.